Edu Gaspar contacts the agents of Alexander Isak. With Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah set to leave Arsenal this summer, it looks like Edu Gaspar has identified Alexander Isak as a potential replacement. Also, are Arsenal in talks to sign Rodrigo De Paul from Udinese, and do Arsenal hold interest in Manuel Locatelli? Join me today as we discuss all things Arsenal. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Babs14 and welcome back to your boys channel. The question that I want to ask you guys to answer down below in the comments is, would you like to see Arsenal sign a new centre forward this summer if Lacazette and Nketiah leave, or would you rather give that chance to Martinelli or Balogun instead? Let's discuss down below and let's get into today's video. Right here then, first things first, Alexander Isak Arsenal potential transfer. Who exactly is Alexander Isak? He is a Swedish international 21-year-old centre forward who plays for San Sebastian side Real Sociedad, having scored 17 goals in the last season. He is also ex of Borussia Dortmund. But what about reports linking him with a transfer to Arsenal? Well, according to Roberto Romaggio, Arsenal have contacted the representatives of Real Sociedad's Alex Isak, and at the moment Arsenal are considering making an offer for the player, and that is coming from a tier 1/tier 2 source in Spain, sometimes reliable and sometimes they're a bit hit and miss. But a source that is very reliable is The Athletic, and only a few days ago they were saying that one of the Premier League clubs keeping tabs on Alexander Isak's developments are Arsenal. The Sweden forward is very highly rated by technical director Edu. Isak's contract with Real Sociedad contains a minimum fee release clause set at 70 million euros. So The Athletic have confirmed Arsenal's interest in Isak, and most importantly, the interest of Arsenal's technical director Edu Gaspar. Of course, him and Mikel Arteta are in charge of the transfers. Arteta will identify players, and Edu's job is to go out there and sign those players. Just hold it right there. Before we proceed onwards, if you guys can go down there and show some love to the video by smashing it a like, and while you're down there, hit that subscribe button as well. Road to 50,000 subscribers, you guys already know what to do. Press the subscribe button, make your boys stay, and we are gonna move. The Athletic have also claimed, although Arsenal have not entered the window actively seeking a number 9, they are conscious that Eddie Nketiah and Alexander Lacazette have just 12 months remaining on their contracts. That could force them into the market, and Isak would be towards the top of their list. So Arsenal will only ever make a move for this striker if we sell Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah, and those two are both players that look most likely to leave as it stands. And how much exactly would Isak cost? Because his release clause stands at 17 million euros. I don't think Arsenal are going anywhere near that. And yes, scoring 17 goals is impressive, but is it world class? Is it worth 17 million euros? Not personally, but then again, Isak is very tall, 6'4", he's got good link up play, he's a great dribbler as well, and almost is the complete centre forward. But personally speaking, I am also a massive fan of following Balogun currently at Arsenal. He's got the physique, he's got the finishing ability, and most importantly, he's a very good link up striker. But the question goes down to you guys to answer down below in the comments. If you had a choice whether to sign Alexander Isak or to give following Balogun a chance, what are you doing, and let me know why. Chris Wheatley has confirmed that Arsenal's leadership group will be reviewed ahead of next season. It's currently made up of Aubameyang, Bellerin and Lacazette, with Holding, Luiz and Xhaka technically a part of it also. Of course, our current captain is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I've got nothing against that, but I just don't see him as an overall leader. A great player nonetheless, but in terms of the likes of Bellerin, Lacazette and Xhaka, they all set to leave Arsenal this summer, and of course David Luiz has already departed. In terms of Rob Holding, what is he doing there? Now, personally speaking, if I could give the Arsenal captaincy to someone, it'd be to Kieran Tierney. I just think KT is more of a leader than Aubameyang, but of course that is just your boy's opinion. But if it was down to you guys, who would be your 5 Arsenal captains? Of course, that is the model that Arsenal are pursuing. Let me know who those 5 players would be and who would be your overall captain as well. Moving on, let's get the update on Rodrigo De Paul to Arsenal. Now, this is what I want to hear, as a report has come out from a Turkish and Italian source claiming that Arsenal have started talks with Udinese for Rodrigo De Paul, as Arsenal plan to complete the absence of Dani Ceballos with Rodrigo De Paul. Now, how How reliable is this source? I'm not quite sure, but ultimately this is exactly what I want to hear. And it also does make sense if Arsenal are targeting Rodrigo De Paul, because every time the likes of Fabrizio Romano are asked who's the top of Arsenal's midfield wish list, Arsenal wants a player more similar to Dani Ceballos. And obviously in terms of Rodrigo De Paul, this guy is the daddy of Dani Ceballos. This guy is a far better version of Dani Ceballos, and he's also not as much of a fidget spinner either. I think if we're talking stats wise, 9 goals and 9 assists for 11th place Udinese last season, and overall this guy is a chance creating machine. Despite playing for a mediocre mid-table Serie A team, Rodrigo De Paul consistently provides over 2 chances per game for the last few seasons. Also, with him being 27 years of age, this guy is quite a character, and if I'm right in saying he's also the captain of Udinese as well. And so we could use more leaders, we could use more creativity, a bit of a goal threat from midfield, and also a perfect number 8 to play in a potential midfield 3. And in my opinion, I think Rodrigo De Paul could be perfecto mundo in that position. But what are your own thoughts on Rodrigo De Paul, and is he the number 8, the attacking midfielder that you want to see Arsenal sign? Arsenal are also apparently keeping close tabs on Manuel Locatelli, reports Sky Italy via Football Italia. Sky Italy are normally pretty reliable, but of course sometimes they can fabricate rumours. But in terms of Arsenal, it's keeping tabs FC. How about making some transfer offers? In terms of Manuel Locatelli, I've heard very good things, and a lot of Arsenal fans I've seen online say that this guy is a better version of Granit Xhaka and definitely an upgrade. And with him being 23 years of age and playing for Sassuolo in the Serie A, he is also part of the Italian national team for the Euros, who of course kick off today in Euro 2021, so keep a close eye on Manuel Locatelli. But overall, that is another midfielder linked to Arsenal. First you had Yves Bissouma, you got Ruben Neves, and now Manuel Locatelli. In terms of Arsenal, please just make up your mind, pick a player, go and sign him and put us out of our misery. But is Manuel Locatelli the perfect replacement for Granit Xhaka? Let me know what you guys think. Corriere dello Sport in Italy are claiming agreement has been reached between Roma and Arsenal for the transfer of Granit Xhaka. The fee will be around 18 million euros with add-ons. 18 million euros, I've always said that's not enough. And in terms of Arsenal, it seems like we can never get the full value for our players. And here's a stat from LT Arsenal. Since 2013, Arsenal have made over 30 first-team signings, excluding free agents, and are yet to make a profit on the sale of a single one of them. The last 2 players Arsenal signed for money and made a profit was Giroud in 2012 and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain signed in 2011. If Arsenal want to be a club like Liverpool, who was selling players so big and signing players so big like Coutinho, you need to get the value for your players. So selling the likes of Granit Xhaka for just 18 million euros for me is way too cheap. But that's in terms of Granit Xhaka off the Roma. I wish you the best of luck in the future. Things have not worked out of Arsenal and his profile has definitely not matched. But now it is over to Edu Gaspar, Mikel Arteta and the scouts that we have remaining to find the right replacement and definitely an upgrade on Granit Xhaka. Arsenal have been following Sambi Lokonga for a long time and have indeed made an inquiry for the midfielder. Now apparently this is coming from a tier 1 European source, so it seems like Arsenal do have genuine interest in Albert Sambi Lokonga. Even the Gunner blog for The Athletic has today said Lokonga could be a backup for Thomas Partey. First things first, in terms of Sambi Lokonga, I don't know that much about the player, but secondly, the price that we're hearing is around 20 million euros. And so personally, I don't know how much I'm for of signing a player from Anderlecht, a player that I've not massively played, for a fee of 20 million euros. It's quite a lot of money. But a lot of Arsenal fans have hyped this guy up, saying this guy is the next best midfielder coming out of Belgium. But how much would you be willing to pay for Albert Sambi Lokonga, and are you gonna stump up the apparent 20 million euros Anderlecht wants? Now moving on to the other Arsenal news today. First things first, we have got a leaked image of the Arsenal home kit for next season. Now I think I have showed you guys this in the past, but this looks like it's confirmed. As you can see, it's quite a lot of red and also quite a lot of white, and it looks a bit like an Ajax kit. And you know what, if Arsenal are going to sign Andre Onana, I'm sure he'll look perfectly fine in that kit as well. Part of me does really like the design, I think it's pretty clean, but then part of me also thinks that there's a bit too much white on it as well. But what would you rate this Arsenal kit for next season out of 10 down below in the comments, and is it something that you will be buying? Myself, I'm not quite sure. Sky Sports News are reporting that Brighton goalkeeper Matt Ryan, who is expected to leave this summer, is interested in a number of clubs in Spain and France as well as Arsenal. Matt Ryan, of course, is 29 years of age, and if he's going to leave Brighton, I think he's going to want to play first team football, because he's at that part of the career where he wants to play week in, week out, and he cannot afford to sit on the bench at Arsenal, because if Arsenal do sign Andre Onana, Matt Ryan's not starting. But then again, does Matt Ryan want to join the gargantuan institution that is Arsenal Football Club? I'm not quite sure. But what are your own thoughts on Matty Boy Ryan? And would you take him back at Arsenal, or do you have another goalkeeper in mind as the Arsenal number 2? And if so, who is that player? Let me know down below. The Premier League fixtures for the 2021 and 22 season will be announced next Wednesday at 9 AM. So you got the Euros tonight, the transfers happening as well, and you also have the Premier League fixtures announced very soon as well. Things seem to be progressing very quickly, but in terms of next season, one thing I want to ask you guys is, hopefully after Arsenal have signed a few players, where do you think Arsenal will finish in the Premier League next season? And in terms of the fans that don't rate Mikel Arteta, what are your guys' targets for Mikel Arteta to get you guys back on his side? Personally speaking, I'm in the middle. I'm not Arteta out, I'm not Arteta in. I'm just an Arsenal fan hoping for the best. It really is on the fence FC. You love to see it. But there you guys go. That is the video there and there. If you have enjoyed, as always, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video. Also do subscribe to the channel if you're new, and that would be appreciated. Please do follow boy on them social medias. I'm trying to get 10k on the Instagram, so the links will be down below in the description. But that was the latest Arsenal news and transfer news today. The Euros has started tonight, so hopefully it comes home. But personally speaking, I'm not that optimistic. I will see you guys soon. Enjoy in a bit.